Hello and welcome to the first episode of the In the Area podcast, a podcast based out of Lansing area where you can source all news of the gaming industry and the influencers that surround it. My name is Logan Wing and I am your host. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I'd like to take a quick moment to announce my co-host joining me today. He is a man of many talents, a Full Sail University film graduate, a short film director and producer, Mr. Joe Riley. It's an honor to have you on the show, Joe. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course. So, tell us a little bit about yourself besides what I just said right there.
Oh, well, I've been working with this guy for a while on
Indeed.
org videos, if you haven't seen that already.
A few short film projects, including a couple car montages and some other things here and there. So, exciting stuff.
And like I said, I just graduated, so if anyone's hiring.
Yeah, so what are you looking for? Now, college is over, big life plans, you're adulting now. This is it.
Yeah, it's
Not,
weird.
but yeah.
Like I was not expecting it to happen so quickly. Like
It sneaks up on you.
It's crazy. Now I'm like out in the open looking for jobs. It's just like, where do I go from here?
Right. And you're looking for, you want to be like director or producing or kind of content?
The thing is, like, I like making this like freelance content kind of stuff, just like jumping between projects because like ADHD mostly just makes it to where I just get bored easy.
Creative freedom, yeah, you can do what you want.
Yeah, but creative freedom is a big deal for me.
Nice.
So like I kind of don't prefer to work on like big studio sets kind of stuff, but I feel like I could head up something if I had enough dream for it.
Sure, right. Absolutely. Well, we have a number of exciting topics today, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So first off, we have the 2K21 Mamba edition, or Mamba Forever edition, coming out in, I believe, September.
Yeah.
Personally, I've never played the 2K series. It's never been kind of my area, but I know with his memory now living on, I think it's going to do really well.
Yeah. I've never played 2K. I've heard good things from people who play it, but also I feel like, and hopefully this doesn't offend anyone, I feel like they just release the same game every year for $60.
I could see that. I think the fans like it because they continue to update it with the players and stuff like that. Yeah. They can play as the icons that they love to see.
I feel like that should be DLC.
Yeah, I could see that. Bug fixes and stuff like that. That could be.
But yeah, no, I haven't played it. Even though it was free on PS Plus this month or last month, I forget.
Was it 2K20? Yeah.
2K20, I believe, is like the NBA 2K.
I'd imagine if the new one comes out in 2 months, little more.
Yeah. So that's free on PS Plus. I think now. I think it's free. Now.
Nice.
But I haven't tried it out. No. So I don't really know.
I haven't tried out. That's not true. I've played them here and there at friends' houses and stuff like that growing up, but I've never went out of my way to buy like the Madden series or the 2K series or anything like that. Like the sports myself, I've been more of like an FPS shooter, or, you know, the real nerdy games and stuff like that. League of Legends, most recently, but
yeah,
where I've always been. Speaking of 2K21, Team 517 is actually hosting a giveaway for the upcoming game, and you can enter that by checking us out on Twitter at 517 Gaming. So you guys can go ahead and look that out. I believe it comes out September 4th, so the giveaway will probably be happening right around that. So
nice.
Yeah, exciting stuff. And on that note, we also have some big news with the Tier 1 organizations, including FaZeClan drama. But always the FaZeClan drama. So the former FaZeClan president, Greg Selko, I believe, has stepped down and somewhat bashed the organization and said that it is a frat house organization and that he is moving on to better things with his new organization that he's starting, XSET Gaming. FaZeClan has yet to respond at this point in time of recording. So
I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like FaZe is going to take some sort of legal action against the guy.
Right. I mean, he's stepping down as a president and starting on a new venture that will be a direct competitor with that organization.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about his comments that it is a frat house organization?
I mean, I feel like FaZe has like devolved from being a esports to
a lifestyle brand.
Yeah, and
with FaZeClan's roots starting in COD sniping and the montage and things like that. They were a bunch of kids growing up and they made something out of themselves.
Yeah, they were at the forefront of streaming and gaming videos.
They helped build the industry to where it is today, and I think they are pretty much majorly responsible for that, including some of the other organizations like Optic Gaming. But with where they're at today, they've elevated the brand to be so much more than gaming, where they have celebrity icons, including rappers and just kids that have become icons now, which I can see where the immaturity comes in at. And there's always been a ton of drama within the FaZeClan. No matter what date, where you're at, there's always something that seems to be going on. What was
the first huge thing? Jarvis getting banned from Fortnite?
Yep, Jarvis getting banned for Fortnite.
That was the first one, but that was the big one.
Right.
And the funny pictures that came from that.
Yeah. It was. There's always been some type of drama. Yeah. So I can see where he's coming from, but it'll be interesting to see how that all rolls out. That he wants to start a competitive organization and how successful it will be with FaZeClan's massive following in supportive community, and whether XSET will do well or not.
Yeah. Honestly, I like the idea of starting a new thing, because I feel like esports right now is like not too many organizations.
We need more 100 Thieves than we do FaZeClan at this point in the industry.
Like, there's teams, but there's no like. I mean, what are the other big names in esports?
It depends on what title, what AAA game, what division. But I mean, your biggest names are FaZeClan, 100 Thieves now on the rise, TSM, Cloud9.
Yeah.
And I think that FaZeClan is definitely one of the most loose cannon organizations out there, with a majority share of that company being a younger audience, and the owners, also being youngers.
But also, do you think something derivative from the president of FaZeClan, do you think that could take off at all? Just because he's taking his following elsewhere?
I don't know. I don't. With Greg, I don't know how many. He's an executive, right? He's not a celebrity icon. He's not a gamer. Mm-hmm. So his fans don't come from that. So it's about who he can
acquire,
get under the belt of that organization to judge how far it will go.
Yeah.
So, with creators wise, when you think about all these tier 1 organizations and what's on the table, like, there's always going to be a plethora of content creators out there that can go under the tier 1 brands. But with 100 Thieves recently recruiting a ton of huge icons, and the biggest of them being, Ninja and stuff like that, they're not going to join an organization.
Ninja join 100 Thieves?
I'm just saying with with them being, like, when you go to that big of a celebrity, they're not going to join any organization because they're already established and they do better on their own.
Yeah.
And so you got to wonder, what creators can he get under that belt? Will anyone leave FaZeClan and go with him?
Will anyone leave FaZeClan, or will anyone join him because of the potential implications that comes with it?
Right. I don't know. There's a lot of questions on the table.
Because he's an executive, there is no clout to say joining him.
Exactly.
So, like, essentially, he's at the level of about a 517, I'd say, as far as, even we have like more members than him.
I don't know about that, but there's definitely a lot more experience there, which is one thing that he has going for him. Versus,
he's got experience, but like, I don't know.
It depends.
There's something to the name of FaZe that's just like, oh, you're good.
Right. Well, it's lived on through generations. You know what I mean? Like, when we were kids, and now to the next generation, to where they're still at the top. And now kids are learning about them on Snapchat instead of YouTube montages.
Yeah.
So it's a very different.
That's where all the kids are.
It's a very different culture now compared to where they used to be. And they've just, like I said, they've continue to elevate time and time again and to see where they're going, it'll be really hard to stop them, is my opinion.
Yeah. Unless there's some sort of huge drama or whatever that comes with it.
Right.
Something's unearthed from someone's past. It always
and then there's
nowadays.
always the potential rivalry within the esports scene and within the competitive divisions. If, XSET does go to where FaZeClan is and they're competing, in, say XSET joins like CSGO and stuff like that, there's always that rivalry there.
But yeah. I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm curious to hear FaZeClan's response to it.
But of course, like speaking of drama with like FaZeClan, what about that thing with 100 Thieves about the merch?
Right. Yeah, they recently had a merch drop which sold out instantly, as it always does, and there's always been the conflict of whether they release enough quantity where they want to keep the hype around it and they want to build, almost like Supreme or something similar.
Yeah.
And that totally makes sense, you know what I mean, where you can kind of limit it, but at the same time, their diehard supporters lose to bots a lot of times when trying to check out, and they're not happy with that. And so what do?
There's checkout bots?
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of bots used for...
Huh. So, like, at least with my experience... with a brand by Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and recently Pokimane is basically they have limited run stuff, but that gets people to buy it more.
Right.
So like,
well, there's exclusivity.
I see as there's something special about having something like, oh, you've got the midnight drop of the new cloak hoodie that you can only get
special edition hoodie for this event.
I got one. It was a 3 a.m. drop of a UV reactive ink hoodie, so it's cool.
Yeah.
And only a few people got it, and that I feel like is not exactly a completely business strategy. It's more I think the exclusivity should be appreciated with certain things.
It's a good way not to oversaturate, and there's also finding that balance between putting your community and your fans first, your supporters that make the company run, and then building brand and legacy. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the supporters will argue that why don't they just release one drop of mass quantity like an essentials kit?
Yeah.
That is unlimited, that's always in stock, just the basics.
Yeah.
I don't know why they haven't yet, to be honest. I know Nade's last drop, he said these were kind of like the essentials. It was a little bit more basic. The quality was still there. But why not let that be kind of in a higher quantity count for supporters, so that way your true diehard fans can, actually wear the merch instead of listing it on StockX for twice the markup.
Well, it's the same with Cloak. They're always out of stock with the older lines. So, yeah, I would say it's good to have just a baseline. I mean, who doesn't want to have a 100 Thieves hoodie?
I think releasing that essential unlimited stock would solve their issue between their community and trying to build that exclusivity that they're looking for.
Yeah. At least they're not doing it like, say you said Supreme before. At least they're not doing it the Supreme way where they overcharge in order to create luxury,
right?
Because it's something a lot of brands do. They overcharge for the product because people are willing to pay for something. It makes it feel more luxurious when you're paying more for it.
Right, and for what 100 Thieves does in terms of quality and professionalism, their prices, I personally feel, are justified with the customization that they do, the hemp tags, the collar tags, the unique designs, the themes and stuff like that. I feel that their prices are justified, and I feel like with their brand and the exclusivity that they're presenting, then I think they're doing really good right now.
Yeah. So it's about, I think it's about creating balance between the exclusivity and
right. You have to keep the supporters happy, but also
everyone.
trying to build that exclusivity, which at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to please everyone. No one ever can, you know? But it's finding that balance to where it's more equal, I'd say. And with 100 Thieves and their creators that they've recently picked up, we see that they just picked up Nico, who's a TikTok star pretty much. And that was a huge pickup for them. I think that it's a really big asset to the team. But with the platform that she kind of was founded on now, with the rumors that it could be banned within the U.S.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I feel like that's what a lot of TikTok stars are going to have to do is jump, well, not only platform, but also become affiliated with something that's a little more tangible than TikTok. Because, well, you can't really... I don't remember what the solution at TikTok was for ad revenue or whatnot, but I don't think people make money off TikTok. I'm not completely sure how that works.
I'm not 100%. I have to imagine like the D'Amelios were making monetary because I mean they do ads and stuff like that for TikTok.
Well, they do ads and that's what their revenue is.
Right.
But like the ad revenue of having ads placed over your video.
But I mean with brand that size, you're gonna make money one way or another with partnership deals and stuff like that. But with TikTok potentially being shut down, I see a couple of things happening. One, we get a reinvented app that's built inside the U.S. That will pretty much take over almost like a Vine.
Vine 2.
Vine 2.0. Or I see creators trying to have to move their viewers off of that platform to another platform, which with TikTok right now is pretty impossible. You see a lot of people that create accounts can have rapid growth. They'll go viral within a day, within one post, right? Mm-hmm. They post one thing, it gets 1.2 million views, their account rapidly grows. They plug their Twitter account and they get 2 followers. They can't transition. Yeah. They can't get those followers to transition to another platform.
Yeah, that's definitely the most difficult thing.
Right, which seems to be easier on other platforms, like taking Instagram to Twitter or taking, already established platforms seems to be easier, but with TikTok it seems to be almost more difficult than ever before.
Well, it's hard to plug. Well, like with the user interface of TikTok, it's hard to plug links and whatnot, I'd say.
Right.
Because a lot of Instagram, the reason the ads work so well on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter is because you can just click a link, you can click a photo. It's a matter of the convenience more than
and we've been programmed now to accept the ads within those platforms. YouTube's been doing it, Instagram's been doing it, even Twitter has sponsored messages here and there. But TikTok, you open up the app, there's one sponsor. You hit skip ad. After that, you're done.
Well, there's a few in between promoted apps and whatnot.
Is there? I have yet to see. I usually only see the one that when I open it up, and then that's about it.
It depends on how much you scroll.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true. But I don't see TikTok as similar to the other apps. It's very much a time consumer to where, if you're waiting in a line or you're waiting for an appointment or something where people can just scroll through and just absorb content. And I feel like that's pretty much all they do on it. I feel like there's a lot more watch than creating.
But like that in itself is, I feel like it's more proof that that kind of a platform now works for advertisements. Right. The fact that you didn't even notice that you were getting ads shoved in your face.
Right. Exactly.
Which is good because the most frustrating thing on YouTube, unless you've got premium like we both have now, is having those like 2 ads that you have to click the skip button or you have to wait 30 seconds.
Well, TikTok does a very good job at making their ads almost feel like a TikTok because it is. Yeah. They use a creator when, Charlie D'Amelio's on there dancing where you think it's like, oh, it's just another TikTok. You know what I mean? But little do you notice you see the skip ad thing in the top right corner and you're like, oh, this is an advertisement. Yeah. So it's very much a natural look. Versus where a lot of the other platforms, it's, YouTube, you open it up and it's like a 2-minute ad and you're like, oh, okay, this is...
It's like, do I really want that backpack?
Yeah, it's like, do I want to watch this video now?
Sometimes there's trailers on there, like movie trailers, it's like, oh, this is cool, I want to finish this. But
the worst ad is Twitch for when you're not subbed to someone.
Oh, and you
try to go from like streamer to streamer and it just continually shows you the same ad over and over, and then you like accidentally click out of it, and then you go back and you're like, you have to watch it all over again.
Yeah.
I guess it, motivates you to subscribe, I suppose.
The problem with subscribing on Twitch is it's so easy that I end up racking up a lot of subscriptions, and I have to turn them off before they charge me.
It's also $5 just to remove ads from one channel. Like,
it used to be ad free if you had Prime,
right?
But they weren't making
versus
money from
like
that.
YouTube. You want to watch a channel, there's just there's an ad per video, but it's a very different platform. But I think Twitch needs to figure out a way to have less ads in a sense without having to pay $5 per person.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But then again, Twitch has a lot of issues that they need to help with and change a few things that I think the community would prefer.
I think actually they have Twitch Turbo, don't they? That removes ads. I forget if that's still a thing.
I don't know if that's a thing. If it is, I need to look into it.
I believe it's called Twitch Turbo, which is weird because Discord's subscription service is Turbo.
Isn't it Nitro?
Nitro, not Turbo.
Nitro. Yeah. Same thing, right? Turbo, Nitro, it's all car parts. One of the things with Twitch, with one of the issues like I was talking about that the community wants to see change, is Dr. Disrespect. I know that they banned him, they perma-banned him, and they have yet to give him a reason why.
Yeah.
And it's been quite a while now, which... we see, I believe, just a few days ago, he changed some of his stuff on Twitter to where now it has his YouTube bio, and he posted like a little teaser video, but it didn't really lead to anything. But I know his bio and his Twitter account is now to his YouTube. And he did say that he is definitely not making a return to Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
So, odds are probably YouTube gaming.
There's a good chance, yeah.
And we see a lot of creators doing that now, switching over to YouTube.
But what do you think it's going to be like once they give a reason? I assume, depending on how bad it is or whatever it is that they come up with for a reason to ban him, do you think his sponsors are going to leave him?
It all depends on what the situation and how it unfolds, because it really depends on what they say they banned him for.
Yeah,
and
I really feel
they don't
like
have
everything's up in the air right now.
If they don't have a good excuse, or if they don't ever tell, there's going to be a lot of backlash to Twitch.
Yeah.
A lot of it. But I think if they come out with a logical explanation and there really is something there, then that all depends on what that situation is and how he handles that as well. So I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns that lead to different variables.
Yeah, it must be rough being up in the air like this for so long.
Well, I know for him, I'm sure it's draining and just awful for him. You know what I mean? To have a platform that provides your income like that, and to be, I'm sure he's still somewhat financially stable, but to not have a steady income, I'm sure that's nobody wants that, especially in times like these. And so I think that it's definitely something that he's upset about, frustrated.
For sure, yeah.
I think he'll be all right, and I think pretty soon we'll see him starting to stream on YouTube.
Yeah, well, Dr. Disrespect was such an iconic character. Even you can't really have the streaming community without him. Yeah.
I also heard rumors though that he might start streaming on his own website, just like his personal website, streaming off of there.
The issue is if he gets any sort of people to come watch, he's going to need crazy infrastructure servers to run that, because he needs
one, also setting up monetary systems to where he can have subscribers and bits and stuff like that, and having all that user interface and all the developers that it would take to set up his website to pretty much be a platform like that.
Because you're not talking about just jumping from, say, Twitch to YouTube. There would already be a loss there, like what we were talking before with TikTok. This, if what you're saying is correct, he's gonna lose so many followers just from that. I think you'd have to be an incredibly loyal follower to go to his website to watch a stream.
If it's nothing bad that comes out for the reason he got banned, absolutely, I think YouTube is going to offer him some type of deal, 100%. But if it is something jeopardizing to whoever is partnered with him, I don't know what he's going to do. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, he has a very supportive community, one of the best. And that could lead to him streaming on his own website or doing something else. But I have a feeling he's probably going to YouTube. But it depends on what Twitch. I don't know like what the contracts are and stuff like that. And I'm sure YouTube wants to know why, like what the reason is before they offer him anything.
Well, we still have to figure out what Ninja's fate is going to be with the deal with YouTube.
We know he streamed once on YouTube so far.
But there's no like concrete evidence that there's a deal.
And I'm sure there's, you know, behind the scenes stuff happening, trying to negotiate.
So let's see what happens to Ninja too, because it turns out maybe YouTube is getting like 2 of the biggest streamers ever.
Well, Ninja's not going to go to Facebook gaming.
Oh, for sure.
He's not going back to Twitch. What other options does he have? YouTube's in a good position right now. YouTube's in a really good position right now.
Yeah.
And if they can treat the community better than Twitch and respond to them, and if they have like, if they can treat affiliate streamers on there better than Twitch does, can't say how long Twitch will last, you know?
But do you think YouTube's gonna have to start like creating a 3-tier instead of a 2-tier system with their revenue kind of stuff? Because like Twitch has the normal affiliate then partner.
If they grow the volume closer to where Twitch is at, I think definitely.
Because right now YouTube just has whether you're whether you're able to have ad revenue or not. So you're either no one or a YouTube partner.
Right. I mean, that's kind of how it is on Twitch. You're either partnered or you're like another one of the infinite affiliates.
Yeah, affiliate doesn't really mean anything.
In Twitch, 1,000% needs a step between affiliate to partner, because there are so many people that are averaging that 75 legit, and they still aren't getting it.
Well, partners, like, it takes a lot to be verified.
Right, and it used to be you hit that number, your partner, but now it takes so much more than that. I mean, people are hitting
so many partners.
Yeah, they're hitting well over that number now to where Twitch still isn't accepting.
Do you think there needs to be a tier over partner and then use partner?
I think partner can stay. I think they need one in between affiliate to partner.
Okay.
I think is where they need to put something there. Like
maybe they need to increase partners' requirements.
I think
so that there's like, these are the people we're actually partnered with. These are the people that are making revenue, but we're not really affiliated.
They should just have 3 tiers. You know,
because affiliate seems like a really strong word. Like legally.
Affiliate is the streamer that's just started off. That's getting that 3 average viewers. Then you need that tier 2 that have like, okay, you've been doing this for a few years now. You know what you're doing. You've invested into this. You want to make this a career.
Yeah.
And then once you start taking off, when you get to where some of these, you know, tier 1 creators you could say are, that's when, you know, partner could come into play. And I think that's what they need, because people work so hard to achieve the partner requirements and then are constantly let down after they continuously get denied.
Yeah.
And I think with that, you know, it's a tough decision for them, because it's like, well, they either need to do something unique with their brand to like, you know, the docked, where obviously how can you not partner? You know what I mean? Where a lot of these partners, when they reach that, they're all kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? There's nothing unique about them. They're all just streamers.
Yeah, they're all IRL or gaming.
Right. You know what I mean? They're all kind of doing the same thing. It's the same content over and over.
Oh, I'm doing makeup on stream.
Right.
Well,
and we're
so
at a
are
point now.
5,000 other people.
Exactly. And streaming now is at the point to where it's oversaturated, and everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to live, you know, the ninja dream. But there needs to be more diversity within the content and what people do with it.
Yeah, and YouTube's getting that diversity.
Exactly.
Twitch isn't, yeah.
And people just need to be more creative to reach that partner status, but I think Twitch should reward those that are averaging like 300 viewers and not getting partner. I mean, that's crazy. They should definitely have a tier 2.
Mm-hmm. Like an automatic tier 2, like none for like.
Right, just something that's like they've been putting in that much work. How can you put someone in that's been doing this for 40 years, has invested thousands into equipment, this is their full-time job, and you're going to put them in the same category as someone who started yesterday?
Well, like me, basically.
Yeah, like how are you going to mix those two together? You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
It's unfair to the people that have been doing that for so long.
Because I think I averaged, back when I used to stream, 5 viewers maybe. I was affiliate.
Now, you open up Twitch, you get 1 viewer yourself.
Yeah.
You have a friend lurk you make another account, boom, you're an affiliate. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You did it with you and 1 other friend, or you just made 2 other accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're at the same rank of the guy that's been doing this full time for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I forgot how low the requirements were for affiliate.
3 average viewers. The only time they have to wait is it's 3 average viewers. The only time they have to wait is just because you have to stream a certain amount of time. It's the only thing they have to wait for.
I think it's like 30 hours or something.
Yeah, something like that. And it's like, what? Raise those numbers up.
You have to do it for 30 days, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there's like a certain time period requirement, and that's the only thing that people actually have to wait for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'd like for them to release the numbers, or I don't know if you can, but to look exactly how many affiliates there are on Twitch and how many partners.
I can compare the numbers. Just about everyone who's tried streaming is affiliate.
Yeah. It takes nothing to achieve affiliate.
Yeah, you just throw it in OBS, put your stream key in.
Right, and you're already 1 viewer, so you need 2 people. And a lot of times people just either like make other accounts or have friends and family lurk them, in which case they're already there.
Yep.
And I'm not saying some people don't struggle to affiliate because they'll do it legit, but again, it's too easy at this point with the saturated market that it's in.
Yeah, and I like what YouTube did. Increasing their partner requirements, because I used to be a YouTube partner, because you only needed, so you need 1,000 minutes of watch time in a month, and a certain amount of views. I forget, like total for your channel. I think it's 10,000 for your channel. That's what the used to requirements were.
Right.
It used to be views and watch time to become a partner. I used to get ad revenue. It's like pennies, but they increased it to where you have to have.
It's more than affiliates get.
But they increased it to you have to have 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 watch minutes. I mean, people are still like, it takes a manual verification to become a partner, which is good because if you're a YouTube partner, you can do a lot of.
Right.
You can make a big mess for YouTube if you end up putting up content that's
right. Which history has shown us before.
Yeah.
But
so I think Twitch is trying to be careful, but also they're
if Twitch were trying to be careful, anonymity would be banned.
Yeah,
that's one of those. That's one of those controversial subjects that there's no excuse on Twitch's end.
Yeah,
and you just got to wonder what they're doing over there.
But then why is Twitch not like suffering the fallout that YouTube did for like having
simps? I don't know. She still has her fan base. It's
but like you didn't have like massive people withdrawing ads from the whole platform, like YouTube. Like, I think it was like a video or two. They were like, "Oh, our ads are being put on like anti-Semitic content, and now we're just gonna withdraw Coca-Cola."
I see Pepsi. It as almost like YouTube was sort of like that barrier that they initially removed, and now we're kind of it's kind of watered down now. You know what I mean? Where YouTube, it was like that's the first time it's happened. It's like, whoa, what? Like, no, this isn't okay. Where now, where it's almost like a little more desensitized. Mm-hmm. Is what I'd say is the reason.
Okay. Yeah, because now YouTube's being a lot more careful with their content with all demonetization, and now they have to follow the FTC rules of child whatever.
And I think that's, especially now with where we're at, I think now that's where brands are going to start being separated from each other, is where their professionalism is, and those creators that are under them. That's where the difference is going to start being made.
Well, the unfortunate part is YouTube went from put whatever you want on the platform, because this is your creative draw, is being able to put whatever you want, get views, make money. Right. But now it's you have to have a lawyer basically in order to like post videos with any watching.
Right.
Because
Well, I mean, if that's not challenging enough, there's also the copyright issues with the music and everything like that happening not only on Twitch, but pretty much everywhere now, trying to find music that creators can use without being copyrighted.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, because like Twitch is just now cracking down on copyright music,
right? Because the DMCA or
DMCA was getting on them, because everyone used to, every streamer just played copyright music in the background.
I don't get why the artists. I don't even know if I don't know how it all works. You know what I mean? I don't know the legal aspects to it, but I feel like if I'm an artist, I want my music to be played everywhere as much as possible. And if somebody's streaming, say like Ninja, and I want him to play my music. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, they want to get paid for that, and I get that.
Yeah, but like people aren't listening to the stream to listen to the music.
Right? It's just something in the background, though. But
like,
it's like
it doesn't make any sense to like. It doesn't really make any
nobody's putting in
headphones
headphones on a stream and then just jamming to the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there are streams like that, and those get taken down.
Yeah,
like people try to stream movies or whatever on stream.
Right.
It's like, yeah, no, you can't do that. You got.
I just think Twitch. I think these platforms, not just Twitch, need to find a way to like partner with these artists to somehow compensate them, but allow the creators to use them, because at the end of the day, even the artists are creators. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They create, and I think...
Yeah, but they're not, like, even directly using... It's just, like, background noise at this point. Like, if someone uses...
I don't see a direct negative effect at using the music in the background. I don't see how they're, like, being intentionally,
But
like,
if someone's, like,
malicious.
Say you take the latest Imagine Dragons hit...
I'm just going to move this coaster and just not use it, so... Continue.
Take the like latest Imagine Dragons hit or something, someone edits video to it like that, like if the whole video is that, then like okay, you need license for
That's
this.
what I love though, like being able to make a montage and then putting like the latest Drake soundtrack over it. You know what I mean? Like that's what everybody wants. We want to watch like amazing gaming content with like the best songs that are relevant right now. You know what I mean? Like that's what
it gets you fired up.
That's what people want to see, like their favorite songs, like. And that's what we need to be able to do, and that's what creators want to do, and they need to figure out how to do that.
But also, it's a balancing affiliation and whatnot, because this artist might not want to be affiliated with this creator by them using their like content on this.
Right. It's a very tricky.
And then copyright is just tricky in itself, because some people take it too far, and some people take advantage of.
But I think with being a creator, you have to realize that there's always going to be some negativity to it. You know what I mean? You can't control.
Yeah, if you
can't control every outcome.
I mean,
like right now, this podcast, I can't control if somebody mashes this up in clips and then just makes like a montage of me like doing something that I wouldn't care for. You know what I mean? I can't stop that.
You can on YouTube, but
but it's something that I think the creators should accept.
Yeah, I mean,
if
someone makes a montage of this, that's just someone clicking on your podcast.
Right, you have to accept that
if
you're if you're publishing your image, you have to accept the consequences that come with that sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that if you can't do that, then you probably shouldn't be creating content. If you're not comfortable with where it can go.
Yeah.
I totally get the monetization.
I feel like if it's up on the internet, it's
exactly
kind of fair game.
Mm-hmm. That's my opinion as well. If it's on the internet, it's kind of fair game. You hope, and you can try to set up some legal things that can almost help that you can get it taken down.
That's where fair use has to come in.
Exactly,
because they have fair use clauses.
That's where DMCA. A perfect humanity in a world that it's not the world we live in. Though.
There's always people trying to make a buck off of you for using 2 seconds,
and there's always people trying to tear other people down. That's life, and. It's sad because the few that do try to tear those people down affects everyone.
Yeah.
And that's where those copyright and issues come from. One artist says, I don't want that creator using my music, and the next thing you know, no artist can have creators use their music.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
It's really rough. But
I don't know if you guys are visually watching on our YouTube channel, Team 517. Feel free to drop some comments on your guys' opinions on what you guys think. I'd be curious to know.
For sure.
It's one of those things where I think we'll see a change in time eventually.
Well, it's something I come across on a regular because I mean, like you said in the beginning, I'm a video creator, so like. And recently I haven't had too much trouble, sort of. They've got they've got music services now,
right?
Music specifically made for videos, and it's not bad. Like you're not getting, you know how bad the YouTube Music library is for videos.
It's terrible.
It's horrendous.
I've tried using that before, and I'm like, oh, this is what people use. I'm like, this is how they make videos. I go on there and I'm like,
oh, this is why there's ads.
And I'm like, oh my gosh,
so bad.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
But like you've heard some of the like bops. I mean, the intro for this is Epidemic Sound.
Yeah,
and
I think that's now is when these platforms are going to flourish, and I think the artists that are coming out now and willing to like literally give the music to the creators, like the streamers and stuff like that. Like just a few days ago, we got DMs and stuff like that from artists who like, hey, you can use the music, just give us credit. I think you're going to see a lot of those popping up, and I think they're going to be able to really help take their career off because they're willing to do that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's like a kind of almost like a key right now to grow if you're an artist.
With any video product, the audio is 10 out of 10 just as important as the visual.
Right. I mean, I don't know about our listeners or you, but I know like me, if I'm listening to a podcast and I hear say like a Drake song starting off as the intro, I'm sitting through that whole podcast. Versus if they're getting something off,
license a Drake song for
if they're using like some YouTube studio music to start their intro because they're limited to what they can do, then it dims down the quality of that.
Yeah.
And that's where, creators like us, like doing this, is where you have to get creative. Like, how are we going to do it? How are we going to make this entertaining? Where can we get some music from?
Yeah.
Entertaining music that people like.
Because as a videographer, I can't just be sitting there composing my own music alongside editing a video. Like, I need stuff I can just download and use. Right. Which is why the Epidemic thing that I use is so good. Even though I have to pay $15 a month for it. Right. It's been really helpful because they're actually putting a lot of heart and soul into the music. And there are a lot of like indie artists that you've never heard of.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, there's a lot of that on SoundCloud. I feel like they should partner with SoundCloud and get some of the, like indie.
Well, even SoundCloud has like the actual music. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they have that as well, but. You think somebody come up with an option? Somebody's gonna come up with some idea, like some Jeff Bezos Amazon type of deal that's gonna be huge for the industry, and just make $1 billion off it, like some peace treaty between like the artists, the legal team, and the creators. Somebody's gonna build like a bridge there.
5 on 7 music.
Yeah, right. There's gonna be some bridge there, and somebody's
You're the next
gonna
Jeff Bezos, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm not that smart.
You're not bald yet.
Yeah, I'm almost there though. It's receding, I think. I'm aging too quick. Yeah. But like I just want to live in a world where I can make a montage, go to Spotify, look at the top 50 US charts, pick a song, layer it over that montage and post it and not worry. Yeah. That's the world I want to live in. Yeah. And like if the artists can make a little percentage of my commission off that video, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, how do you work the ad revenue to where the artists are compensated properly?
But or the artist accepts a flat fee.
I mean, that's just licensing,
right?
But I think we need a middleman that you can license at like not a horrendous fee. Like and I don't even think some larger songs like Epidemic, you can license a song for its lifetime instead of having a subscription. I think it's like $300 for a song to have like a unlimited use for it. But like you get something like Monster Cat, even bigger.
But like if there's a platform that can buy the licensing to all the new music, right? Mm-hmm. Like say that $300 and then sell it as a subscription form to creators.
I think a subscription would be very attractive.
Say, give me like, we even highball it. We'll just say $99 a year, and you can use all the music that comes out in your videos. Mm-hmm. You're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, if someone was able to like partner with Sony Music or
like Spotify get into the gaming industry and work out how to let that platform directly there's our timer. Directly integrate with Twitch. Yeah. Billions.
Oh, for sure.
Billions. That's what we need.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to wait for that day to come.
Yeah. I mean, looks like we're going to have to wrap up here.
Yeah,
right?
We'll have to draw to a conclusion. So thank you all for joining us this week on In the Area. Make sure to visit our website, team517.com, where you can subscribe to the show on Spotify. We're working on iTunes currently. And while you're at it, if you found any entertainment or value in this video, feel free to check out our YouTube as well. We have a plethora of other content and videos on there, and that is Team 517. So thank you all for joining us, and this is Logan Wing and Joe Riley, and we are signing off.